Hi everybody, it's Mrs. Garibaldi and I am here with your Monday lesson. Now today's lessons are optional because today in Hillsborough County is a non-student day. It's actually a teacher work day for us to get caught up and all that kind of thing. But I wanted to give you guys some activities to do if you wanted to do them. So today is optional. There will be no uploads necessary. However, I did want to go ahead and put some of these videos together so that you guys would have something fun to do to keep our learning going. Okay, so you're gonna need your math enVisions volume 2, turn to page 466, and I'm gonna go ahead and share my screen. You'll also need a crayon or a pencil. Okay, so you can go ahead and get your supplies, and we're gonna be on page 466, and we're moving into shapes this week, you guys. It's so exciting. So we're gonna start our new unit, and it is shapes. All right, geometry. So here we go. We're gonna start on page 466. If you're not ready yet, go ahead and pause the video. If you are, let's go. So let's go ahead and take a look at our guided practice. So it says, have students draw a circle around the objects that are flat and mark an X on the objects that are solid. Before we do that, I want you to look up here, and we're going to be looking at these different shapes. Now this says flat. These are flat shapes. Okay. This says solid. These are solid shapes. Okay, what we would call 3D. Okay, so cubes, cones, spheres, all of those things are going to be 3D or solid shapes. And then our flat shapes are circle, rectangle, square, and hexagon. Okay, so now let's go down here in this guided practice. So look at this pyramid. This pyramid is a solid shape. Okay, so we're gonna put an X on it. This circle is a flat shape. This triangle is a flat shape. And look at this cereal box. Is a cereal box, is it flat shape or is it a solid shape? It's a solid shape. So let's put an X on it. There we go. Perfect, you guys. Now let's go ahead and turn the page, and we're going to turn the page to 467. All right, I'm going to go ahead and erase this so that friends that don't get confused. All right, we're on now page 467. So take a look. We're going to start on number 2, and I'm going to read the directions to you. It says, have students draw a circle around the objects that are flat in each row, and then mark an X on the objects that are solid. So just like we did on the previous page, we're going to be circling objects that are flat and crossing out objects that are solid. So let's take a look right here. This cube, and let me go ahead and zoom in a little bit for you. There we go. So on number 2, the cube, are cubes flat or solid? Solid, yeah, so we're gonna put an X. Ooh, what about this marble? Are marbles flat or solid? Yeah, it's a marble sphere, so it is solid, so we're gonna put an X on that too. Take a look at this hexagon here. Is the hexagon flat or solid? Flat. We're gonna circle that. And now take a look at this rectangle. Is the rectangle flat or solid? Flat. Good job. So we're going to circle all of the flats, and we've crossed out all of the solids. Okay, let's look at number 3. Ooh, an ice cream cone. Is the ice cream cone flat or solid? Solid. So we're going to put an X on it. And what about this cylinder? What about this cylinder? It is solid too. So what about this triangle? Is it flat or solid? It's flat. Excuse me, guys. Oh. My goodness. All right, and what about this watermelon? Solid. Yeah, it's solid. Sorry, guys. Let me get some water. Got a tickle in my throat. Okay, friends, here we go. So we're going to now go to number 4. But number 4, we're going to change it up. Okay, so listen to these directions because our directions are changing for number 4 and 5. So listen carefully. On number 4, mark an X on the objects that are not flat. So on number 4 only, we're going to mark an X on the objects that are not flat. If they're flat, we're going to leave them alone. Okay, so is this flat? Yep, so we're not going to do anything to it. Is this flat? No, that one is solid, so we need to put an X on the items that are solid or not flat, right? Because that's not flat. That's 3D. Okay, what about this circle? It's flat too. Ooh, what about this party hat? Is this party hat flat or not flat? It's not flat. So we're going to put an X on it. Okay, on number 5, listen to these directions because number 5 is a little different. Okay, so let's look at number 5 together. It says mark an X on the objects that are not solid. Mark an X on the objects that are not solid. So let's see, if we find the solid ones, we're gonna leave them alone. Okay, so let's see, what is that? Looks like maybe a light bulb. All right, so is this light bulb, is this a solid or not solid? Solid. What about this rectangle, solid or not solid? Not solid. What about this basketball, solid or not solid? Solid. And what about this box here? It looks like maybe a checkers box. Is this solid or not solid? It's solid. Okay, so your paper should look like my paper, okay? And let's go ahead and let's turn the page to page 468. If you need to pause the video, go ahead and pause it now, or you can pause it at any time. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna go to page 468, 468. Okay, and now on number 6, listen carefully because you're gonna do this on your own. And if you need to, you can always pause, rewind, go back, listen again, okay? So on number 6, you're gonna mark an X on the objects that are solid. So number 6, right here, all of these shapes, you're gonna mark an X on the objects that are solid. After you have marked an X on all of the objects that are solid, you're going to draw a circle around the objects that are flat. So on number 6, you're going to mark an X on the solid shapes, and you're going to put a circle around the flat shapes. Okay, go ahead and do that now. Okay, number 7, you're going to mark an X on the objects that are not solid. So on these shapes, these 4 right here, you're going to mark an X on the objects that are not solid. And in the box on number 8, right here, you're going to draw a picture of an object that is solid. Okay, so you're going to draw a picture of an object that is solid. Okay. All right, my friends, that is our math today. And remember, today's lesson is optional, so you do not have to upload a picture unless you want to. If you do want to upload a picture, you can just send me an Etsy message with your attachments on it. All right, my friends, I hope you have a wonderful day. I wish you well. I love you. I miss you. And I hope to see you tomorrow, Tuesday, for our live lesson at 9 in the morning. Okay, friends? I wish you well. Have a great day. Goodbye.